What's correct, and it's your boy Bushman. Just in case you did not know, so we're gonna deep dive into some more rankings. We're gonna take a look at the tight end class for 2021. But before we get into that, go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. It would mean the world to me. So go ahead and do that. It really helps the channel out a lot. It's always much appreciated, much obliged. And yeah, plenty of content coming to the channel. We're gonna be doing the season previews for each team now that the schedules are out. So I'll get to working on that after these rankings are done, and I'm gonna kind of deep dive a little bit more into that. Maybe some Madden stuff on the way. I haven't decided yet. Maybe some NCAA stuff on the way. I haven't looked into buying that, so we'll see. But speaking of tight end class, man, it's a interesting class. It looks very top heavy. I'm just saying that I haven't really. This is probably the position group I've looked the least into. So admittedly, I only have 13 guys that I feel confident about in ranking right now. And really, I kind of found one name by accident and looked into it because I saw it listed on somebody's rankings, and I was like, never heard of this guy. Checked him out. We'll get into him when we get into him, but yeah, go ahead. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Tell me maybe someone that didn't make it on the list that you think should have. And like I said, my rankings aren't complete yet. They've really just started. So let's go ahead. Let's deep dive into the class. We're going to start at 10. Matt Bushman out of BYU. Guy's got NFL size. Maybe throw on maybe 5 more pounds. But again, the guy's built. Big catch radius. He's a solid blocker, but the big deterrent with him, why he's a 7th rounder in my opinion, age. He's 24. He's gonna be 25 by the time the draft rolls around, and his athletic ability is he's very athletically limited, which to me is like he won't. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't draft him, but again, he kind of fits that whole. He kind of fits the come in to be. He could be definitely a 3rd tight end on some team. That's just my opinion on him. Then I got 9, Brandt Kuithe out of Utah. Very sneaky as far as his he's pretty explosive. 37% of his targets resulted in 15+ yards. Pretty insane. Very good after the catch. Good combination of quickness and physicality. In my opinion, didn't fare too well as a blocker, but that's something you could kind of work on if he could get his weight up a little bit more. And then Zack Davidson out of Central Michigan. This is the guy I was talking about. Saw this guy on a couple guys' rankings, and I was just like, I have no idea who this is. Let me go check him out. And lo and behold, this guy, he only has 1 year of actual experience at tight end. The guy was normally the punter and kicker for this team, which is kind of wild because he still does punting and kicking duties for the team, but he also is their tight end. The guy has great size. He had 15 touchdowns last season, granted against very inferior competition, but I think this guy will need a Senior Bowl invite to really garner any national attention, kind of like Adam Troutman, which Troutman got a bit of hype going to the Senior Bowl, but it wasn't day 2 hype like he did after. So just a guy maybe to throw on your radar. Gotta love that logo as well. Then Trey McBride out of Colorado State is actually a guy I really like. He split time in line, in the slot, and on the outside, out wide. He has some of the best hands in this class, 8 of 10 on contested catches. Could be maybe the best blocker in this draft too. He's very good in that aspect, but he rarely ran routes or at least I couldn't really find any routes where he, or at least catches or receptions he had where he lined up on the line like as a traditional tight end. A lot of it just came when he was out wide or in the slot. So not a big thing necessarily, but is something I kind of want to see from my tight end, the ability to actually produce from the tight end position. But we got Jake Ferguson here rounded out the list. Yeah, man, this is where I think the list takes a big jump up. Jake Ferguson he saw much more time as an inline blocker dude or then as an inline blocker than receiver, just because it's, Wisconsin, they like to run the ball. They're a run heavy team, but the plus of him being at Wisconsin is they run a very pro style offense. Athletically, he's at least comparing to the top guys on this, he doesn't really match up, but he does have some solid receiving ability. That's why I currently got a 3rd round grade on him. And then I got Josh Peterson out of Louisiana Monroe, almost transferred. Had no idea until recently. He was in the transfer portal, decided to come back, at least as far as I've seen. Fun fact, he's the son of Doug Peterson. I didn't know about that until recently either. He's the son of the Eagles coach. So you can tell the guy probably knows football. He knows football, and it looks like it. He's a real chain mover. He absolutely demolished Florida State. He's definitely got a nose for the football, and it's not like that Florida State defense was bad last season. We all know it was the offense, at least the offensive line. But he does need to add weight. He's only, 232, so I would like to see him add weight. Then I got Charlie Kolar out of Iowa State. He was formerly my rank 1 tight end, but I decided to bring him down a notch just because, I like what he does, but man, just in my opinion, athletically, he's just not on par with the other guys. The other guys are very rare tight end prospects, but I do like what he can do. He split time inline and in the slot, sneaky good at getting behind defenses. Very bright kid too. He's an academic All-American nominee in 2019. So there's a lot to like about him. That's why I got the 2nd round grade on him. Brevin Jordan out of Miami, physical, athletic specimen. The dude's a freak. He's going to be a combine warrior. He's going to be one of those guys when you're looking at the combine, like, okay, he blew it up. His draft stock's going up. But his production was kind of hindered because of the poor quarterback play there at Miami, but he is very physical after the catch. There is a lot of stuff to like about him. Then I got Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State. Very good inline blocker. Not as fast as some of the other guys in this class, but he's much harder to bring down. Kind of just shrugs off contact. He's tough after the catch. Experienced inline, in the slot, and out wide. So you gotta like that he was utilized in that aspect. And my number 1, Kyle Pitts. I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of running away with it. The more you watch of him, just wow. He's probably the most athletically gifted of the others, which says a lot about this class, that he's able to distinguish himself from those guys, because they're no slouches. They're really good prospects there. He has the largest receiving sample size, at least from last year, with 81 targets. Very good at going up and just getting the ball. He had 14 contested catches in 2019. The mix of speed and size makes defending him a problem for most linebackers and slot corners. So I like the mismatch potential there. Just Kyle Pitts, I don't know. For me, I don't think it's that close. I've kind of just fallen in love with Kyle Pitts. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. And that's it for the video. Go ahead to the YouTube thing. Always much appreciated. Much obliged. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.